Welcome to East of Eden Readings. I'm your consciousness coordinator, Reverend Rock, aka Raheem, and tonight I'm going to discuss your constitutional rights. And I'm not even going to say as a citizen, as an American, because when you say you're a citizen, you put yourself under their jurisdiction. It's all about jurisdiction, jurisprudence. In any event, I'm going to read from my notes and then elaborate. The Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue be upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things. In simple terms, the Constitution, through the Fourth Amendment, protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. The Fourth Amendment, however, is not guaranteed against all searches and seizures, but only those that are deemed unreasonable under the law. If they don't have any reasonable articulable suspicion or a single articulable fact, they're violating your rights. Meaning that you don't have to consent to any searches or seizures. That's why they ask you, can I search your vehicle? Because they need your permission. You just, assume that because they have a badge on, you're just supposed to allow them to do that. You don't have to do that. You're protected under the Fourth Amendment that they took an oath to uphold, that they swore to uphold. And if they violate that, you can sue them. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution states no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection under the laws. The 14th Amendment, in simple terms, grants citizens to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and provide all citizens with equal protection under the laws extending the provisions of. All right? Meaning they can't confiscate any of your property without your consent, unless they have reasonable articulable suspicion, a warrant, which is habeas corpus, which is the judge's Latin term, legalese term for show me the body, bring me the body, habeas corpus, or a single articulable fact. Meaning they can't confiscate your phone or any of your property, your vehicle. You allow your vehicles to get towed away. You don't have to consent. Your magic sentences should be, I do not consent, I do not understand, and I do not answer questions. The Fifth Amendment grants you the constitutional right not to respond or answer any questions by law enforcement. You have the right to remain silent before, just as well as after an arrest. Meaning you don't have to acknowledge anything. If they ask you what your address is, your name, you don't have to say nothing. You have the right to remain silent. That is your constitutional right that they took an oath to uphold. You didn't take that oath. You're a natural person, not a corporate fiction. Your name in all capital letters. You are a natural person. You see, they got all of these tricks and codes and things that they mislead us by. And just think about it. What is a code? A code is some secret that spies use. It's covert, arcane, and secret. Occult, for a lack of a better term. Just think about it. when you go to a court, they make you swear on a Bible. Now here's where the hypocrisy comes in. Matthew 5:34 and 37. In that same Bible that you swear upon, it says this, but I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, nor it is God's throne, nor by earth, for it is the footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by the head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea or nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. That's where the hypocrisy comes in. This comes from straight from the Bible, the same book that they allow you to swear on when you go in and be adjudicated. The same book that they swear an oath on. It's bullshit. But we don't know no better. We don't know that they're operating under Maritime Admiralty Law, the law of the sea, the law of the water. They don't teach us that in school, and for good reason, because they make money off of us. Our bodies, our corporate fiction is a corporation. We are private personal corporations of the United States of America. There's a difference between the United States and the United States of America. One is a corporation. I believe created in 1913, the same year the IRS was created, something to that effect. You know, Google it. It's Google has all of that. Just Google it. It's there. Remember, in order for them to proceed with anything, you have to consent. And I'm going to read an excerpt from the Declaration of Independence. Governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. I'm going to read that again. Governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the government. That's the Declaration of Independence. Meaning that they have no power over you unless you give them consent. Remember, lawyers, attorneys, and officers are officers of the court. They took an oath to uphold these laws. You did. You are protected by them. The natural person, this physical body, the soul of the earth, soil of the earth. That is where this corpus is going to go back into the casket, the coffer, a box that holds money. It's all about commerce. These words are about commerce. Merchants, dice. The law of the water, like mermaid or merman. You have merchants and merchandise. Just think about it. When a ship comes in, all ships are named after a female. And when a ship comes in with cargo, like your mother, she's a female with cargo. You are holding a baby. The doctor, the boat docks, and the doctor has to write up a birth certificate. Just like at the dock, the boat has to be written up a certificate of manifesto for the, what's the word I'm looking for? At the Port Authority. A certificate of manifest. Not a manifesto. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me with that. There's a total difference between a manifest and a manifesto. But anyway. Yeah, so stop consenting because you feel obligated or under duress, like you are obligated to do these things. No, you have the power as an American. You have the power, and you're protected by the Constitution from this tyranny. You must understand, officers can lie. It's not against the law for them to lie. It's not against the law for them to lie. But it's also not their job for you to know your constitutional rights. That's not their job. And if you fall into any problems, just request a superior officer, because I guarantee you he knows. If the rookie doesn't know, the superior officer knows. They don't want the department to get sued. Because a lot of them don't even know the law. But they spent 6 months in training. You think they can learn the law in 6 months? When it takes lawyers like 8? Maritime Admiralty Law. The language they speak is Latin terms, legalese. You got the words like prosecutor, ward of the state. All of these are Latin terms. Habeas corpus. Understand, meaning you stand under their statutes. You stand under their codes. Never understand. Well, they're going to try to trick you into falling under their jurisdiction. Well, you don't understand it? No, I don't understand. You don't understand. They can't make you understand. I don't understand. I don't stand under your statutes. And I do not consent. That is my right. Not only that, I don't even have to talk to you. I exercise my Fifth Amendment right. The right to remain silent. If they don't catch you doing a crime, or they don't have no reasonable articulable suspicion, or a single articulable fact, you don't have to say nothing. They can't touch you. You ask them, am I under arrest? When they say no, you're free to leave. They're not going to tell you that. But once you're not under arrest, anything else is kidnapping. Am I being detained? When they say no, you're free to leave. I do not consent, I do not understand, and I do not answer any questions. They have been manipulating us for centuries. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. They count on our ignorance of the law. Why do you think they don't teach us this in school? Because they don't want you to know this. If they really wanted you to know the laws, it would be a curriculum in high school or a junior high school. Wouldn't you think? But no. What do they have? Physical education. How to do jumping jacks and side straddle hops. Wow, that's going to do me good in the world. My brethren, I love y'all, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm studying and launching an investigation for you to learn to be a free man in the land. Don't take my word for it. Google it. Go to a library for a change, man. Read a book. It ain't gonna hurt you. I promise you, you won't die if you read a book. I put my immortal soul on it. You will not die if you read a book. Peace. I'm Reverend Rock, aka Raheem, of East of Eden Readings. I love you. I'm out. 1.